Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Singularities bringing you a little sabotage gameplay on the map Fallen. I'm using a FAD with a silencer. It gets pretty intense later on in the gameplay. I actually end up picking up the bomb without realizing it, or without meaning to, I guess, and I'm on a kill streak, and I'm just not a fan of having the bomb while I'm on a kill streak, trying to get things going and having the enemy know where I'm at. Um, but in this gameplay, I kind of want to talk to you guys a more serious conversation. I guess that might be kind of weird on a Call of Duty commentary, but the past couple days have been a little interesting. I'm not going to go into details or anything, but there's been, I guess, rough patches going on in people's lives, and it kind of impacts me just as much as them. Like, one example, I guess I can say, my brother is actually going through a difficult time right now, and I mean, he's 5 years older than me. He's gonna be 23 here in a little bit, and I'm 18. But even with that, like, 5 year age difference, we're extremely close. My brother and I are like best friends. I mean, I know you hear people say like, "Oh yeah, my siblings and I fight all the time" and things like that, but my brother and I, we don't really fight at all. So that's really nice. I'm really fortunate. I can always go to him if I have any issues with anything. Like if I don't feel comfortable talking to my parents about some stuff, I can go. Excuse me. I can go talk to my brother, and I guess it's just nice having having somebody that you can trust with everything, because I know with, like, I don't know, there's just certain people you can't tell certain things, and it's nice with my brother. I feel like I can tell him everything no matter what it is. Like, say I got into drinking or doing drugs, I mean, of course he's gonna have some like criticism towards me, but I would feel comfortable going to him to be like, hey, this is what's going on, I don't know what to do. And not to worry you guys, I don't do any drugs or drinking or any of that stuff, but it's just an example. Um, but he's going through a tough time, and it kind of gets me in this mood. I'm a senior in high school, like I've said before, and I'm taking a philosophy class, which is, I mean, most of the time, and I kind of just sit there and listen. That's what I like to do. I'm kind of overall a more reserved person. I'd rather listen than talk, which might be kind of strange since I'm doing commentaries, but um, some I'd with more. I can't hit this guy. With deeper conversations, I guess, if that makes any sense. I kind of prefer listening and then chiming in whenever I get a thought. But in philosophy, so I usually sit back and listen. But our teacher will usually talk about things with like religion or politics and different belief systems like that, and that doesn't necessarily interest me. I mean, it's interesting to hear about like the different point of views and origins of ideas and things like that. Um, but it's not that applicable to my life, because with religions, I'm more neutral. Like, I don't disbelieve anything, but I don't necessarily believe anything either. I just stay out of all of that because it's just not something I want to deal with. It can add stresses to life. I mean, don't get me wrong, it can. I know a lot of people who are Christians, for example, who it helps them through hard times, being able to pray and all of that. But for me, I just don't want to get into it, and I just prefer to stay neutral. My parents they were both baptized, but they chose to let me and my brother decide what we wanted to do, and I just prefer to stay neutral. That way I won't get into arguments with anybody about anything, because I mean, I'm generally good at seeing both sides of situations, so it's just interesting to talk about. But in philosophy, she'll usually talk about things like government and religion and things like that, and it's just not that interesting. But when she gets into relationships and family life and things like that, it's more applicable to my life, and it's fun to hear about, I guess. It's interesting to hear about the different topics that happen and things like that, but she says a lot of the times, like, life is all about you, which might sound selfish, but your decisions are yours, and the consequences from them are yours also. So it's all about you. And she has a quote where she's like, yeah, your struggles in life, you need to embrace them because they're yours and nobody else's. And it just gets you thinking a lot about life in general, and I don't know, the way things work. But in the hard times, it's just interesting to think about new points of view with everything that's going on. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to kind of stop recording there for a second. My dad got home and I completely lost my train of thought. But back to like philosophy and all that stuff, it's interesting to hear about, because she's like, she has a quote, it's like, your struggles are yours, so you should embrace them. And that might sound weird because a lot of times we don't want to deal with our struggles, but at the same time they are ours and nobody else's. So if it's all about you, then that's what you gotta do. Right here, going back to the gameplay, is where it gets pretty intense. I tried to run out. Oh, get knife, that's where I picked up the bomb. But earlier I tried to run out through this door. Oh, got my predator. And my teammate was running through and I bumped into him and I was like, move, get out of the way. Because I hate how easily you get bumped in this game. Right here, I am freaking out. I'm 3 away from my Reaper right here. I'm kind of nervous to call in this Predator missile, but figure I can defend myself like I'm kind of trying to do. Keep them away from me, see where they're at. You can see right here, I'm 2 away from the Reaper now, and I'm running low on ammo. But I figure, okay, I got the bomb. Got some teammates over here by where I need to plant it, so I'm gonna head over and try to do this. And I get tagged by the drone, but I was like, no, screw it, I gotta go for it. And I like that my teammates are all around me, and they let this guy just walk up, aim, shoot, and then he picks up the bomb and runs away. It's like, are you kidding me right now? So I guess, kind of a way change of topic, but never trust your teammates, because you never know if they're paying attention or anything like that. And I guess I can kind of go into life in general. You should never necessarily trust anybody but yourself, because you never really know anyone fully but yourself. You are the only person you can trust 100%. Not to say, like, I don't trust friends or family or things like that, but there are certain things, like I was saying earlier, that you can trust some people with, and others you can't, and it's all just choices that you need to make and what you share. And I don't know what it is with me, but me and Final Kill Cams are just rocking this YouTube channel. I have 4 or 5 videos, and got the Final Kill Cam in each. I'm not intentionally picking these gameplays just for the Final Kill Cam, if that's what you guys think, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it's not necessarily entertaining. I mean, some people might enjoy the deeper conversation, but let me know. The final score in that was 22-7, so it's not bad. I hope you guys liked it. Peace out.